We are joined now by Hans Blumstein, and he's head of bond markets OECD, and he shares his view on the ongoing slowdown concerns emerging from the eurozone and the impact on bond markets as well. Hans, hi, welcome to the show. There have been lots of concerns in the recent days, months rather, coming in from China now, but how is the eurozone banking sector looking like, given all the bad data that we have seen in the last few days, including the manufacturing numbers?
The problems in the eurozone are far less than is often painted. So I would not talk about crumbling down and that sort of very strong language. I think that does not reflect the true situation in the eurozone. Yes, the eurozone has difficulties, has problems, has challenges to face. But the actual situation and also the actual improvement is much less reported on.
Hans, what would you say? What kind of an impact are we seeing on the OECD area in the emerging markets because of what all is happening in the financial markets there?
Well, slowdown in China, that will have an impact on the world economy. That is quite clear. But fortunately, our recent numbers in the OECD area have some reason for optimism. There is some increase higher than anticipated growth in the US, and that will be very important, of course, for the eurozone. So hopefully we'll see a picture whereby the slowdown in some emerging markets like China will be compensated for by higher than planned growth in the OECD area, in particular the major economies like the United States of America.
Hans, a final word, and what's your view on the Indian markets as opposed to other markets in Asia? How competitive or better are we given the state of situations?
We are in a new era. We are in a new era also of investing. Emerging markets are not lumped together in one boat any longer, like an asset class. There is much more knowledge and appreciation for differences among markets. Now, having said that, India has tremendous potential and is already showing that potential, obviously, of having well-functioning financial markets. Yes, the infrastructure needs to be further developed, as I mentioned just now, but taking that into account, I think India has tremendous potential, also because of its size, its diversity. So India is poised to play a very major role here in the region.
All right, Hans, thank you so much for joining us. So, well, India has potential, and as he was saying that Europe markets are far from crumbling, and he wouldn't use that word. So there is some stability coming in those markets, even as the data, of course, has been on the lower side in the last few weeks.